Hi everyone, welcome to Snapchangemedia car reviews. I'm Brandon, and in this video I'll tell you everything that I've learned after spending a week with the Audi SQ5 Black Edition S-Line. Okay, let's walk around the Audi SQ5, and you can see it's the Black Edition by the blacked out bits in the front and the more sporty appeal. 21-inch alloys, and it has a high riding suspension which can be lowered because it is adaptive air suspension. SQ5, very luxurious SUV which competes against BMW's X3 M50 as well as Mercedes-Benz AMG GLC 63. The Audi SQ5 is powered by a 3-litre twin-scroll turbocharged engine. Pricing for the Audi SQ5 is 1,541,000 Rand, which works out to a monthly installment of 27,658 Rand, considering you're taking it over a 72 months period and you paid a 10% deposit. As always, I get to spend a week with the vehicle and then I come here and tell you guys what I think about it and what I've learned about it. But let's get into this review. Let's start it up. So the Audi SQ5 is a premium SUV, very powerful. It delivers 260 kilowatts and 500 Newton meters of torque to all four wheels. It's quick, it launches from 0 to 100 in 4.9 seconds. It's not neck braid speeds, but for a SUV, it's quite quick. I like it and it sounds very, very nice. Listen to this. Whew. So it has a very pleasant roar to it, and like I said, it launches quite hard. There's various drive modes like eco, dynamic, normal mode, and then there's also off-road mode. Together with the various drive modes, there's also individual mode which you can customize your driving experience. There's different drive systems between efficient, balanced and dynamic. The suspension you're also able to choose between comfortable, balanced and dynamic. Steering you also balanced, comfortable and dynamic. And then there's engine sound for you can put it on subdued, automatic or pronounced. The suspension is quite nice. It's on the firmer side, but it also is very plush and the ride is beautiful. It has adaptive air suspension, so you're able to raise the ride height or drop it a bit lower when you want that more sporty feeling, and it does that automatically when you go into dynamic mode or into all-road mode. At the back, when you're busy with the boot, there's also a switch at the back to drop the suspension, so it's easier to jump inside the boot and do what you need to do with your things at the back there. Like I said, the suspension is plush on the firmer side, but it also has a high riding suspension. So that's where one of my, not my problems is, but just where I'm a bit wary of this car is because it rides on 21-inch alloys and it has that high riding suspension. So you're not really gonna feel comfortable going on gravel with this road or jumping up pavements, which is where my issue comes in. You have this high riding vehicle, but then you're riding on 21-inch alloys. You can obviously option for different smaller rims, which I would do, unless you're going after that curb appeal and you're not interested in jumping up pavements and all of that. The car drives amazingly. It is very dynamic. The suspension, like I've just mentioned, is tuned in that sweet spot between being too firm and too soft and too wafty. It doesn't throw you around a lot in this car. It's quite firm. Very comfortable seats. These are leather wrapped, Nappa leather, and it has these S badges on it, S-Line badges, which comes with the Black Edition. So the Black Edition adds black accents on the exterior as well as niceties on the inside, giving it a more sporty and luxurious aesthetics. Let's just give... Oof. The vehicle is also well insulated on the inside, so you don't really get to hear that engine roar as much as it sounds outside, which is, it's quite loud. It has some burbles and it has some bangs. It pops only in certain times when you get to when you change the gear at a certain rev, and it's loads of fun. On a full tank, you can expect to get around 650 kilometers range, and fuel economy is around it's around 15 liters per 100 kilometers, but that can obviously drop down if you drive a bit more economically. I've been showing off quite a bit with this car because it's so much fun. It has massive brake calipers, S-line calipers that stop the vehicle on a dime. Very, very good, very big, and it goes on that massive, on the massive 21-inch rims that are wrapped in Pirelli P tires. What is it called? Yeah, it's Pirelli tires. It has a sunroof on the inside, panoramic sunroof that is massive, and it lets in nice natural light on the inside. Black roof lining to go with your black Napa leather seats, and then there's some silver accents on the inside as well. Let's just do that again. Up front you get a digital dashboard, multifunctional steering wheel with nice soft touch buttons for the multifunctional steering. It has adaptive cruise control and lane keep assist, as well as front collision warning, rear collision warning. It has a reverse view camera with 360 view, as well as parking sensors in the front and the rear. This vehicle also came to me with these roof racks on. It's Thule roof racks, so it's obviously an added extra, but I'm sure you can get that fitted at the Audi dealership where you buy it in. It has dual climate control, it has wireless charging, it has connectivity in front for USB type A, and then in the middle over here there's a USB type C connection, and at the back there's USB type A and type C. The two front seats are electronically adjustable, and you're able to set it quite nicely to your driving position. Together with that, you can also change the steering wheel with reach and rake, so you're able to get a very nice driving experience. Yeah, that downshifts. The Audi SQ5 rivals the Mercedes-AMG GLC63 as well as BMW's X3 M50. Out of the vehicles, I have not driven the GLC63 yet. I hope to get that on test very soon. But I have driven the BMW X3 M50, which is a bit more aggressive than this. It's also more modern than this, and that vehicle is built right here in South Africa. The suspension on the BMW is a bit more plush than this, and it is a bit more aggressive than this. That is a inline 6-cylinder turbocharged, where this is a V6. And then the GLC63 is a plug-in hybrid 2-liter turbocharged. I have not driven that, but I can already tell you now that the suspension will be a lot more firmer than this. If you're looking for a plush ride, I suggest you either go for the Audi or for the BMW. But just because the Mercedes has a 2-liter engine does not mean it's as aggressive than this. Yeah, there's no replacement for displacement, but that plug-in hybrid engine is crazy, and it's one of the best, if not the best, production 4-cylinder engines, 2-liter engines. Let's pump this again. Let's go to first gear. Ooh, it doesn't get old. And the downshifts, the sound so good. Steering response is fantastic. Like I said, there are 3 modes that you can put the driving feeling of the steering wheel to. The steering wheel is, well, nicely sculpted, and it has perforated bits with leather and nice finish stitching on it with S-line at the bottom here. It's also multifunctional, but I wish that it had more girth. I do like the BMW steering wheel, although a lot of people do feel that it is a bit too thick. This metallic blue that the SQ5 is finished in, especially in this S-Line Black Edition, it just pops. It's one of the best blue vehicles that I've seen, and I love a blue vehicle. It is capable of launching from 0 to 100 kilometers in just 4.7 seconds. It's not neck brake speeds, but it is quite quick, especially for this big vehicle. If you're looking for something more sporty and quicker than this, I suggest you have a look at the Audi SQ5. That is more aggressive. I think it has 300 kilowatts and 400 and something Newton meters, but it will be priced a bit more than this vehicle. The SQ5 has that middle ground. It's comfortable, it's fast, and there's space for your family. Decent boot space, and it also is available in a sportback variant model, which will have the coupe styling. The infotainment system is equipped with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and it has a built-in navigational system, and it's connected to the Bang & Olufsen sound system that bangs. It's very loud, very clear. There's also controls down here for the audio system, which is an added plus. On the inside you get S-Line badges down here on the gearbox, on the steering wheel, as well as on the seats and on the door sills on entry. It's also quattro badging over here on the dashboard. It is finished with decently soft touch materials. Okay, let's launch the Audi SQ5 S-Line. We're in dynamic mode. Let's put traction control is off. We're in sport mode. Foot on the brake. Let's go. Whew. Downshifts, and it sounds a whole lot better outside than what it does on the inside here. It's well insulated. There's not a lot of noise, harshness, vibration from the inside. The engine is nicely insulated under this massive bonnet, and it sounds very good.